Eye contact psychology. What it reveals about secret feelings and hidden attraction. Have you ever locked eyes with someone, and in that fleeting moment, it felt like time froze? Like there was something unspoken being exchanged between the two of you. Something electric, mysterious, and maybe even forbidden. Eye contact can feel like magic. But it's not just imagination, it's psychology in motion. Behind every lingering look, every quick glance, and every moment of mutual gaze, there's an emotional language being spoken. One that reveals hidden desires, unspoken attraction, and even secret feelings that words can't capture. In today's video, we're diving deep into the psychology of eye contact and what it truly reveals about someone's secret feelings for you. By the end, you'll know how to read the subtle cues behind a gaze, so you can finally understand whether that person across the room actually feels something real for you, or if it's all just in your head. The silent power of eye contact. Why the eyes speak louder than words. Let's start with something fundamental. We often say the eyes are the window to the soul, but science actually backs that up. When you make eye contact with someone, a part of your brain called the limbic system activates. This is the same emotional center responsible for love, fear, and deep human connection. That's why just a few seconds of eye contact can make your heart race, or make you feel seen in a way that words never could. In psychology, sustained eye contact signals interest, confidence, and emotional availability. But here's the twist. It can also expose vulnerability. When someone looks at you longer than usual, they're not just observing you. They're allowing themselves to be seen. It's raw, it's real, and it's risky. That's why we avoid deep eye contact with people we don't trust or aren't drawn to. But when we feel a spark, an emotional or physical attraction, we hold it longer, subconsciously hoping they'll see us back. So, if someone's gaze lingers a bit too long, if their eyes dart away the moment yours meet, only to return seconds later, that's not random. That's psychology whispering, I feel something, but I'm not ready to say it. The 5 types of eye contact that reveal hidden attraction. Not all eye contact means the same thing. In fact, the way someone looks at you can tell you exactly what they're feeling, even if they never say a word. Let's break down 5 powerful types of eye contact that often reveal secret feelings and hidden attraction. 1. The lingering gaze. This is the most classic and obvious one. When someone's eyes stay on you longer than what's considered normal, which is about 3 seconds, that's a clear sign of attraction. They're studying you, your expressions, your energy, the way you move, and they're drawn in. It's as if their mind is saying, don't look away yet. There's something about them. If you notice someone holding your gaze a little longer, especially with a soft, relaxed expression or a slight smile, it's not just friendliness. That's emotional curiosity. 2. The shy flicker. This one's more subtle, but just as revealing. They look at you, then immediately look away the second you catch them. Then, after a few seconds, they do it again. This back-and-forth rhythm shows attraction mixed with nervousness. They're drawn to you, but afraid of being caught. Their body betrays what their words are hiding. Psychologists call this approach avoidance conflict, a mental tug-of-war between wanting connection and fearing rejection. So if you've noticed someone stealing glances when they think you're not looking, it's not coincidence. It's chemistry restrained by fear. Fra, the eye smile, you know that genuine smile that reaches the eyes? That's called a Duchenne smile, and it's one of the most honest emotional indicators humans have. When someone looks at you and their eyes light up, that's real warmth and affection. The muscles around their eyes tighten naturally. It can't be faked. So next time someone gives you that soft-eyed smile across the room, don't overthink it. That's genuine fondness. It's not always romantic, but it's always emotional. 4. The magnetic lock. This type of eye contact feels almost cinematic. It's that intense mutual gaze that neither of you breaks. In that moment, there's no need for words. You both know. Your nervous systems are syncing. Heartbeats might quicken. Time feels slower. Psychologically, this kind of gaze releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone often called the love chemical. That's why this kind of eye contact can literally make you feel high. It's emotional intimacy in its purest form. When this happens, it usually means something deeper is forming, even if neither of you has admitted it yet. The look then, look down. This is one of the most underrated yet revealing signs. Someone looks into your eyes, then immediately glances downward. Why downward? Because it's a submissive and shy gesture. It says, I like you, but I don't want to show it too much. It's often seen in early stages of attraction, especially when someone doesn't want to be too obvious. If you see this pattern often, you might be dealing with someone who's emotionally vulnerable or secretly crushing on you. When eye contact says, I want you, the science of attraction. Let's go deeper into what's really happening when attraction shows through the eyes. When you look at someone you find attractive, your pupils dilate, a natural, uncontrollable response linked to emotional arousal. Interestingly, humans are drawn to people with dilated pupils, even if they don't consciously notice it. It's like our biology recognizes attraction before our brain does. Additionally, eye contact triggers dopamine, the same chemical that makes you feel pleasure and excitement. That's why intense eye contact can feel addictive. It's literally giving your brain a microdose of emotional reward. But there's more. When two people maintain mutual gaze for about 4 seconds or more, their bodies start to synchronize. Breathing, micro-expressions, even heartbeat rhythms align. That's emotional mirroring, and it's a silent sign that connection is building. So when someone looks at you like they can't look away, it's not just flirtation. It's their nervous system bonding with yours. This is why some people fall in love without saying a word. Because sometimes, it's not conversation that creates connection, it's presence. When eye contact means more than attraction, emotional depth and connection. Not every powerful gaze is about lust or desire. Sometimes, it's something deeper. Eye contact can reveal emotional safety, empathy, and even unspoken pain. Think about the times when someone truly sees you, when their eyes hold space for your emotions without judgment. That's emotional intimacy at its finest. In relationships, maintaining eye contact during vulnerable moments, like arguments, apologies, or confessions, creates trust. It signals, I'm here, I see you, I'm not running away. Conversely, when someone avoids your eyes entirely, it can indicate guilt, insecurity, or emotional withdrawal. Psychologists often observe that people who can't hold eye contact during conflict are subconsciously protecting themselves from shame or rejection. So, eye contact doesn't just expose attraction, it exposes truth. It shows who's emotionally present, who's avoiding vulnerability, and who's silently reaching out for connection. How to read and use eye contact. Like a psychologist, now that you know the emotional codes behind eye contact, here's how to apply it in real life so you can build stronger, more authentic connections. 1. Notice the context. Eye contact means different things in different settings. In a crowded room, a few seconds of shared gaze might mean curiosity. But in a quiet, intimate space, that same gaze can mean longing. Always read the room and the relationship. Someone's gaze is never isolated. It's part of a bigger emotional picture. 2. Mirror. Their energy, if you sense attraction, subtly mirror their eye contact behavior. If they hold your gaze, hold it back, just a second longer. That tiny moment can create emotional electricity that words can't replicate. But if they seem uncomfortable or withdraw, respect their boundaries. Genuine connection comes from mutual comfort, not pressure. 3. Use eye contact to build trust. Whether it's romantic or platonic, steady, soft eye contact builds credibility and connection. In conversations, maintain 50–60% eye contact. Too little feels distant. Too much feels intimidating. Try this. Next time someone shares something meaningful, simply look at them. Not to analyze, but to understand. It's one of the simplest, yet most powerful ways to say, I'm here with you. 4. Know when it's manipulative. Here's the darker side of eye contact. Some people use it to manipulate. Prolonged, intense staring without emotional warmth can be a tactic of dominance or control. If someone's gaze feels invasive, like they're trying to assert power instead of connect, trust your instincts. Healthy eye contact feels balanced, mutual, and safe, not like a spotlight. Practice presence over performance. The secret isn't to force eye contact, it's to feel it. When you're genuinely present, your eyes naturally reflect authenticity, curiosity, and warmth. You don't have to try to make eye contact powerful. Just be real. People can sense when your attention is genuine, and that's infinitely more attractive than any technique. 6. The emotional language of the eyes. What love really looks like. Here's something profound. When two people are emotionally aligned, they naturally fall into what psychologists call mutual gaze. That's when both people maintain eye contact simultaneously. Without tension, without performance, just connection. It's what happens when lovers lie in bed, quietly staring into each other's eyes. Or when friends share a deep conversation and words start to fade. It's what happens when you finally meet someone who sees you, not just your face, but your essence. In those moments, eye contact isn't just communication. It's communion. It's a reminder that beyond language, beyond logic, we're all just souls trying to be seen and understood. When they can't stop looking at you, hidden meanings. Let's decode some everyday moments that might mean more than you think. They keep glancing your way during a conversation. They're checking if you're still engaged, still connected. That's emotional investment. They hold your gaze in silence. They're feeling something they don't want to disrupt with words. They look at you when laughing. That's subconscious connection. They want to share joy with you. They look at you after saying something personal. They're seeking emotional approval or understanding. Their eyes soften when you speak. That's empathy. It means your words matter to them. Every look carries intention. You just need to be present enough to notice. The truth about hidden attraction. Attraction doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it hides in the smallest gestures, in the pauses between words, in the quiet intensity of a gaze. If someone's eyes keep finding you in a crowd, if their pupils widen when you meet, if their glance lingers even after the conversation ends, those are not accidents. They're emotional echoes. And sometimes the most powerful connections begin not with a touch or a word, but with a simple look that says, I see you, and I want to know more. CTA. Keu Goi Han Jong Tun Hien. If this breakdown made you think about someone, maybe someone whose gaze you can't quite forget, remember, what you feel in those silent moments is real communication. Eyes don't lie. They reveal attraction, affection, and emotion long before words ever do, so pay attention to what's unsaid. It might be the key to understanding someone's true feelings, or unlocking a connection that's been quietly waiting to happen. If you want more insights into love psychology, body language, and emotional connection, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because every week, we decode the hidden signals behind human attraction, confidence, and connection. Your next breakthrough in understanding love might start with a single glance.